was very excited when I heard that they were rebooting this franchise, and for a couple of reasons, but maybe the most important being connected to my childhood when I was a kid who immigrated to the States as a young boy in the late 70s. There wasn't much on television that I could be proud of as an Asian American. There just wasn't a lot of positive stuff. And George was the exception. He, you know, as a boy, I guess there's no cooler job than being the helmsman of a spaceship. And here he was, a guy that looked like me, doing it, and it just meant so much to me. And to be able to be connected to that legacy now, yeah, when I heard about it, I was eager to do it. Made me feel great. I mean, to get George's stamp of approval is everything, and I just have a great deal of respect for him as not only as an actor, but he's a very, very interesting, well-read, gracious gentleman, you know, and when a guy like that says something nice about you, you take notice.
Space is disease and danger, breath and darkness and silence. Buckle up.
I think that I was mostly concerned that, because I hadn't done stunts or fighting before in a movie, I wanted to be convincing and I wanted to do that correctly. And, you know, that was probably my main concern. I just wanted to be convincing as a physical Sulu, wanted to go out and kick ass. And so we started training a few months beforehand, just starting with martial arts and getting in shape, and those guys were our stunt coordinators were some very seriously in shape people, and they put us to the paces.
So that was you and Chris and
Zach
all together.
Yeah,
Would have been quite an interesting experience.
it was great. It was really useful for me because. Kind of felt like we went through like a little Starfleet Academy together, you know. By the end of that time, we had gone through something together. This is before the first day of filming, you know, and so we got to know one another very well, and it's nothing like kicking a bag 100 times together to bring you closer to another man.
Your father was captain of a starship for 12 minutes. He saved 800 lives, including yours. I dare you to do better.
Again, speaking of the action, what did you think of the balance between that and the character development in the film? Were you happy? Were you...
I was, you know, it's a tough... The to-do list is a very tough one, you know, for this franchise. You've got... The Star Trek storylines are very intellectually challenging, you know, and so you're doing that. Then there's the character development for an ensemble cast, so that's a lot. And then there's what they would expect from a reboot, which is probably making it more physical, making it more action-oriented. So combining all those elements into one piece of entertainment was a huge task, and I felt that JJ was the guy to do it. But I was really pleased when I saw the movie. I just felt like they were able to achieve all those aims, you know.
Okay. Now, in the past, with movies such as Harold and Kumar and American Pie, you've been more identified as a comedic actor. What? Yes. So what we're wondering is, how does it feel to be in an action movie so really epic in scale, and do you think that will really change people's view of you?
It was a blast to do, and it was certainly something different for me, as I say, and I really enjoyed myself. You know, that's when I can, you know, from job to job, you try to do something that's, in every job you look for something new you can learn, something new you can do, and so it's really wild to see to see me. Last night, I'm like, I can't believe I'm in this movie. That's my reaction. What am I doing in this movie? It's crazy. On a side note, I'm traveling with a guy named, if you saw him walk out, Harold Lee. His friends wrote Harold and Kumar Go to Ron Castle and based it on him. And I was telling him, and he came to the screen last night, obviously, and I said, Harold, that's Harold in space. How wild is that? So it's strange.
All right. So how do you think long-term Star Trek fans might embrace the film, and how has the response been so far?
From what I've heard, it's been good. My hope is that they appreciate our effort. I know that I can say with certainty that everyone on board was very mindful of being true to the spirit of the original series, and no one wanted to erase what had come before us. You know what I mean? We really wanted to honor that legacy and to also give it our own twist, but not at the cost of erasing what had come before us. We really were all very mindful of that. So I hope they're pleased with it. I can't make any predictions, but I hope they're pleased.
Either we're going down, or they are.